Hey everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. So, I just got out of the movie 65. Or is it 65 million years? 65 million years ago? I don't remember. Written and directed by some guys whose names I've completely forgotten. Starring Adam Driver and Ariana Greenblatt, I believe her name was. There are a couple of other people in this movie, but really that's it. Now, there's a few things. There are two things that I hate. I hate time travel. I hate body switching. So if that is involved in a movie or a television show, I'm generally out. With the exception, of course, like Back to the Future and as stupid as it was, the Avengers Endgame and all that. But generally, I can't stand it. And I thought from the way this movie was set up in previews, it looked like that's what this was going to be like, kind of a sphere situation, where, or arrival, where a society so far from the future that they're now alien have now come back to the past and whatever. I don't know. Long story short, I did not go into this movie with high expectations. I went into it with as low expectations as I have entered a movie in a very long time. And I've had some pretty low expectations for movies that I have seen recently. So Adam Driver is a pilot who takes on a mission to pilot a starship for a period of 2 years, 2+ years. They never really explain why he's the only pilot or what the mission is. They say exploratory mission, but then there's like a kid that's on there because it's Ariana Greenblatt, who is the only other person in this movie. And he has to take the job because his daughter is sick. And I hate to go against child actresses or actors, but the girl who plays his daughter, who we see in flashbacks and video recordings, is not great. So she's sick and does this cough like like the cough I used to do to get out of school. It's pretty terrible. So anyway, they get in this spaceship and they're going across the galaxy, or the crawl at the beginning of the movie says they're exploring the heavens, and they're this ancient spacefaring people. But they look just like humans and they talk like humans and they have all the technology and physiology and everything. They're basically just human, but they're also this advanced. I don't know. It's kind of pointless. So, of course, the ship is on autopilot or something. It is really advanced technology, but not advanced enough to not warn them that there is an asteroid field. And I'm going to get science geek here for a minute here. Can we get past the idea that there are these asteroid belts out there that are just waiting to destroy ships? I guess it can be kind of cool and dynamic in a Star Wars sense because we're used to those, ship battles in and out. Like, where's Anakin going to hide if there's not an asteroid belt, right? But in reality, those asteroids are hundreds and thousands of miles apart and would not pose the danger that we think they are. But we're not looking for sound science from this movie. We're looking for action. We're looking for Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs. And so, the ship crashes, of course, and everybody dies. And, the thing with Jurassic Park is you have all this cast of character that can have these glorious cinematic deaths. Pretty much everybody in this movie is just dead at the beginning, right? Just dead. So you've got Adam Driver, who finds someone alive, carries them back to the ship, and then they're forgotten about. Like, literally, they never appear again in the movie. I don't understand if that person is supposed to be dead, but, he ends up going back and he does find Ariana Greenblatt, that she's alive. Her name in this movie is Koa, I believe. Cole? I had a hard time recognizing it because, unfortunately, she's a different nationality or something. They don't speak the same language, so it's pretty much Adam Driver, who, whatever. If you're not a fan, this movie won't make you a fan. If you don't like him, this movie will probably just make you dislike him even more. He kind of just does his thing. He's not quite as whiny as he usually is, so that's fine. Um, and I guess in some ways he's kind of a badass. And so, anyways, it lands, and you're like, it's like Dagobah, right? They're in a swamp, and the swamp water rushes in, and he's gonna have to find out how to survive, and this is gonna be a survival movie, but not really, because they very quickly establish that there is an escape ship that they have to get to. And I'm going really long in this movie, and I don't want to go too long in this movie, because basically, right at the beginning, you see this creature in the water, and you're like, oh, this is going to be cool. It's going to be monsters and dinosaurs right from the beginning. But no, it's not. No, what it crash lands, he gets the girl, they have to trek across. It's basically 65 million years of boredom. Someone, I think 10, 15 minutes into this movie, fell asleep and just snored loudly throughout it. Luckily, some of the dinosaurs were kind of loud and drowned that out. And so they trek across, and it's every cliche you can think of. It's getting stuck in a cave. All the T-Rex is on the outside, and its head is too big to reach in. It's finding a hollowed out log. It's falling down a shaft and having to climb back out. And of course, it's dark, and dinosaurs only attack when it's dark. Did you know that dinosaurs only attack when it's dark? But apparently they do. And every time you go into the dark, then your flashlight's going to break, even though it's this like self-repairing high technology. I don't know. And oh yeah, quicksand. Quicksand makes an appearance. Hey, great. It's nice to see quicksand making a comeback. Without Hanna-Barbera, I guess we're all losing our fear of quicksand. So cool. Let's get that back out there. And so they have to get to this dropship that is 15 kilometers, which, if we want to do the math, is a little over 9 miles. I have 3 sons, 13 to 20, right? So we do hiking. We do a lot of camping and hiking. And we could cover 15 kilometers. We could cover 9 miles, even in difficult terrain, over a few hours. I mean, maybe it takes us 6 to 8 hours if we're kind of taking our time. But if our life is in danger and we're being chased by freaking dinosaurs and there are giant bugs trying to eat us, and, even if we have to potentially climb a mountain, we could make it in the 2 days that it takes them to get there. I don't get that. And as far as the dinosaurs, they look okay, but from the initial scenes where you think, yeah, this is gonna be cool dinosaurs from start to finish, no, they're not. These are dinosaurs that generally don't look great. They didn't. Again, I'm getting a little geeky here. Scientifically, they didn't even all live at the same time. They didn't all live in the same area, which is set in kind of the Yucatan. If you know dinosaurs and you know the history of the Cretaceous and Triassic and all that sort of thing, you can see where this movie is going. And, of course, there's, I think it's not a T-Rex, maybe a Gigantosaur. I don't know. Some of the dinosaurs they kind of make up, which is fine, because obviously not everything exists in the fossil record. So there would have been things that existed that we don't know about. They also go with this very old-fashioned, I guess. I mean, maybe that's what people... Yeah, I guess. Okay. I know I'm in a little different situation because I love dinosaurs and this whole thing, and I teach science. But we're kind of moving past the idea, just like should be moving past the idea that asteroid belts are this giant cluster of rocks seeking out ships to destroy. We should be moving past the idea that the dinosaurs were just giant lizards, but they definitely go with the reptilian lizard-like look. One of the cool things is that the most dangerous dinosaurs that we see are the little dinosaurs, hunting in packs and that sort of thing. They kind of randomly show up. We don't really see any of the other sauropods. I think there's a real missed opportunity in a lot of this. I don't expect it. The movie generally looked okay. They're not going to be able to recreate the flora of the situation without it all being CGI. Some of the film is green screened and not necessarily very well. But the scenes with the dinosaur or the dinosaurs, there's just a lot of jump scares and dinosaurs attacking out of the dark, and it's very expected, I guess, to a final climactic battle that we've kind of already seen in the Jurassic Park movies. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. This movie's not great. I didn't have high expectations. It didn't even really live up to that. It's pretty boring. It's pretty run of the mill. I think we all need starter sci-fi movies. I think if you're a 12-year-old kid watching this type of movie for the first time, it might be kind of cool, but it's also going to be just a lot of quiet Adam Driver trudging through swamp and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's not great. So I don't know. Hopefully the next one will be better. If this is on streaming and Netflix or whatever, and you don't have to pay for it, yeah, whatever. Sit down for an hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it was. Otherwise, I would say this is a pass. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Please, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I appreciate everything. And I will see you after the next movie.